What's going on with Medium? Where did curation go? What is happening with publications? Is it too late to get started if you aren't already on the platform? Is it even worth it to write on Medium in 2023? If you've been wondering any of these things as either a new or a seasoned writer, I'm going to dig into these questions in today's video. My name is Corey, and I'm a writer and content creator. It's my mission to share with you everything I know about how to make money online with your content. And one of those ways, actually one of the best ways, is through a platform called Medium. And just a quick disclosure that I am an affiliate for some of the products that I talk about in this video, and there are affiliate links in the description box, which means that if you make a purchase after clicking on one, I may earn a commission. If you've just stumbled onto my channel for the first time and you're wondering what the heck Medium is, it's a publishing platform where anyone can become a writer and make money to publish articles about pretty much whatever they want. The way it works is that people pay a membership fee to get full access to all of Medium's content, and as a writer, you get a cut of that membership fee whenever a member spends time reading your articles. Of course, it's a lot more nuanced than that, but that's the gist of it. But it's one of those things that sounds too good to be true, and I know that's what I thought when I first heard of it, and actually I ignored Medium altogether for 3 years before I started writing there in earnest, much to my chagrin. And in the first 12 months there, I earned over $10,000 from the Medium Partner Program, and I earned thousands more through other means, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But, that was getting on to 2 years ago now, and the platform has undergone a lot of changes since then. And a lot of people are wondering, is Medium still a good place to spend your time as a writer who wants to make decent income? So today I'm going to address all of these changes, what they mean, and why writing on Medium is in fact still one of the best ways for writers to make money in 2023. But before we get started, I just wanted to invite you to check out my Patreon page, where I release exclusive content for writers and bloggers and creators. Anyone who joins one of the exclusive tiers during the month of January will get access to my latest lesson about how to write money-making articles on Medium. It's 20 minutes of totally fluff-free tips based on what's been working for me. So you can check that out in the description box for more details. So anytime a platform undergoes a lot of changes, people get nervous. Nobody likes change. Change is scary. It's unpredictable. It means adaptation is necessary. But honestly, most of these changes are not really a big deal. So let's talk about them. First, there was the change in leadership. So Ev Williams, the founder and former CEO of Medium, stepped down late last August, I believe, to make way for Tony Stubblebine. First of all, I love that Tony is an active part of the community, and he can be regularly seen commenting on articles, replying to comments, and even participating in Facebook groups like Cinema's Medium Writing Academy. Plus, he brought back the mobile editor, which was a huge deal for a lot of people. I think new leaders are always subject to criticism no matter what they do, but I've watched a few interviews with Tony, and you can really tell that he's committed to the success of this platform. There's a really good interview with him on Cinema Gunnell's channel, which I will link to below, where you can get an idea of what his intentions are for the platform and how he expects the platform to grow. Next is the topic of publications, which are like communities or sort of online magazines within the platform. And in previous years, some of these publications had a huge amount of influence and power in that they would amass hundreds of thousands of followers, and some pubs even got a stipend from Medium to run their pubs and curate content. And then Medium cut the purse strings to those publications in 2021, and a lot of them ended up closing their doors. P.S. I Love You, The Ascent, The History of Yesterday, all of them are now gone from Medium. So it left a lot of people wondering what was going to happen with publications, or if they were going to be phased out altogether, which is kind of a scary concept because publications are the catalyst of success for many writers, because when you first start writing on Medium, you have no audience. But by publishing your article in a publication, you get to sort of borrow that pub's audience and get exposure to more eyeballs, which in turn grows your audience. But the CEO has reinforced the fact that publications are not going anywhere and that they are looking for ways to reward publications that curate high-quality articles. Because curating high-quality content is Medium's primary goal, since that's what drives subscriptions. So we may be experiencing a bit of a changing of the guard right now, but I think that more publications will be appearing, especially if new incentives are announced. Another thing that people have been worrying about is the algorithm and curation. So Medium used to have a curation team as well as an auto curation system that would flag articles as distributed, which meant that the algorithm would show the article in more places, and this usually resulted in the article getting a boost in views and would enable the potential for the article to go viral. However, last fall, Medium did away with the distribution tag that would appear on your story stats page, and people thought this meant their articles weren't getting curated anymore. This is actually not the case. It's just that most articles that are written by established authors are formatted correctly, they're written decently, and those would always get curated. So it sort of became redundant and they decided to just get rid of that tag. Now, this is the one thing that I kind of wish they hadn't changed because, especially as a new writer, it takes time for Medium to sort of recognize your account and start curating articles. And if you weren't getting that distribution tag after a while, it was a sign that something needed improving in your articles. In my experience, a lot of the time, the headline you choose has a lot to do with the curation rate. For example, if you use a lot of extreme sensationalist language in your headline, Medium is not going to curate those because it reads like clickbait, and they're more interested in curating articles that are offering high value. So I really don't understand why they felt they needed to get rid of this, because I feel like it could have helped writers get better at their craft to see if their article was curated or not. But the actual act of curation is still happening, so it doesn't affect anything from that perspective. Now, lastly, some writers have complained that they're not making as much as they used to on the platform. But from what I've seen, that really depends on who you talk to. Just because you were making lots of money before doesn't mean you will continue to do so if you don't continue to put out hits. Likewise, some newer writers that were having trouble breaking $100 per month before are doing better than ever now. That said, I think it is harder now than it was a few years ago to make big money via the Medium Partner Program alone. Like, I would never rely on the MPP alone to make a full-time income. But that doesn't mean that you can't still make good money, which brings me to the next topic of this video, which is why Medium is absolutely still worth your time and effort in 2023. So let's get real here. How many places on the internet are there where there's a massive internal readership, where it's free to become a writer, and you can publish basically whatever you want and get paid for it? Sure, there are a couple of other sites that are sort of trying to accomplish the same thing, like Vocal and Simile, but they are missing that massive internal readership. The benefits of becoming a writer on Medium are just a total no-brainer. For one thing, it has a ridiculously low barrier to entry. To qualify for the Medium Partner Program, all you have to do is publish one article and get 100 followers. And you can pretty easily get to 100 followers in 1 or 2 weeks just by spending 20 minutes a day following other writers and reading and commenting on their stories. Next, compared to other writing endeavors, Medium has next to no overhead. You can become a writer for free, although if you want to read other articles and really be a part of the community, then you do need to become a Medium subscriber, but even that is only $5 a month or $50 a year. That's peanuts, especially when you compare it to starting your own blog, which between buying a domain name and hosting and themes and plugins, it can quickly spiral into a very costly enterprise. Even a frugal blog is at least $200 to get started. Not to mention that it takes months and months to build up enough traffic to monetize. Which leads me to another benefit of Medium, which is that the platform still has excellent income potential, and you can be making decent money within the first couple of months, provided that you're consistent and that you know how to cater to your audience. To be totally transparent with you, my Medium accounts took a bit of a backseat last year because my primary focus has been on this YouTube channel. So there were several months in a row where I was only publishing 1 or 2 articles a month. But guess what? I still made hundreds of dollars every month, over $4,200 US in 2022 just from the Medium Partner Program. Not only that, but there are other ways to earn from Medium that have nothing to do with the MPP. Namely, you can make really good money with affiliate links if you know how to use them properly. Affiliate links are allowed on Medium, but they need to be integrated into your article in a way that stays true to the spirit of the platform. Thanks to the affiliate links that I have throughout my Medium articles, I have more than doubled my income from the platform. And yet I see so few people talking about this or taking advantage of this. If you're interested in learning how to utilize affiliate links in your Medium articles, my ebook, The Medium-Centric Affiliate, covers everything you need to know about using affiliate links in your Medium content. Even if you don't even really know what affiliate links are, this ebook covers the ABCs as well as all my strategies. So if you're interested in checking that out, I'll leave a link to it below. Now, aside from making money on Medium itself, Medium can help you make money off platform. And that's because as you continue to publish content and grow your audience, you can harness that visibility to grow other parts of your business. So for example, you can leave a call to action in your bio or at the bottom of your Medium articles, inviting your readers to join your email list. Email lists are one of the most valuable, if not the most valuable asset you can have as an online content creator because it's 100% yours and gives you direct access to your audience's inbox. From there, you can make a connection with them and sell them things they need whether that's a service related to your niche or digital products like an ebook or an online course. It's also a great way to get freelancing work because your articles essentially serve as writing samples that you can link to in your pitches. In fact, you may even get people reaching out to you directly asking if you will write for them because they came across your Medium articles. So as you can see, Medium can be a major stepping stone to growing your business into something that's even bigger. Even though it is absolutely worth it to write on Medium in 2023, there are a few caveats. The first is that even though you can technically publish whatever you want, you do need to have a strategy in order to find your footing on the platform. Even if you have a lot of experience writing blogs for SEO or freelancing, writing on Medium is a totally different beast. You need to know how to write articles that are going to grab people's attention and keep them captivated as they read. You got to know how to properly format your articles and source your images. You need to understand how publications work and how to find and submit your articles to the ones that are going to best serve your article. And honestly, there are 100 other nuances to writing on Medium that take some time and practice. But the best thing you can do is to simply get started. Keep an open mind to learning and growing with every article that you write. And if you're really serious about making Medium work for you, it really, really helps to find a teacher who can lay down a proven roadmap for success. And honestly, the best person for that is my friend and former mentor, Sinem Gunnell. Sinem is one of the top writers on Medium and used it to create a 6-figure business. Sinem was the person that I chose as my teacher when I first started writing on Medium, and thanks to her, I was able to quickly wrap my head around what I needed to do, and I was having 4-figure months by my 3rd month on the platform. And if you just happen to be watching this before January 23rd, 2023, Sinem is hosting a 5-day Medium writing challenge, which is designed to help you understand platform trends and changes, how to clarify your content's message, how to come up with viral story ideas, and plot out your 1-year roadmap. So this is the perfect opportunity if you've been wanting to write on Medium but have just felt overwhelmed or haven't been able to get started, or if you have been on Medium for a while but you just haven't been able to make it work for you. So I've left a link where you can go and sign up. And again, it's totally free, so it's one of those things where you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by joining. And if you're watching this after January 23rd, no worries. I'll link to some of Sinem's other resources that can also help you take charge of your Medium strategy. I have no doubts that 2023 is going to be the best year yet for online writers, and Medium is still one of the best ways to get into this booming industry. I know we covered a lot of ground today, so by all means, if you have any questions about Medium or anything I talked about in this video, please leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. And if you're interested in learning more about Medium and my personal journey and success with it, you can watch these videos next. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.